event nanny. She's been a great partner and will continue to be a good partner. Yeah, supporting mompreneurs. Always the formidable Trevor Yarish for always donating the Hive for so many community events. Yes, Main Street as well as this. So again, community. And then the Lonely Pine, if you want a great coffee, the best cookies in the world. See Penelope and Quentin and the Lonely Pine, and they are coffee donors. So without all of them and organizers who volunteer their time, we wouldn't be here today. So just want to extend gratitude to all of that. Yes, if you're new to the 1MC, it's a group of scrappy organizers that volunteer their time to bring this to you. Every week, every Wednesday. Ours is at 9:30 to 10:30, but across the nation, they're at varying times. So we're growing in numbers and we're up to 140, 150. So somewhere across the U.S., someone's hosting a 1MC every Wednesday. So we're happy to be part of that. If you're new here, also the entrepreneurs present for 6 minutes. We have one presenter today that's returning with some new updates. So commonly we'll have someone present and then they'll come back in 6 months with an update so you can kind of see the journey and the progress. They get 6 minutes to share their story, their journey, and then the Q&A opens up 15, 20 minutes. But think about, like when the presenter's presenting, like some really curated questions for them to help them. Because remember, the presenters are here because they're going to tell their story, which is the really important part of their journey. But they're also looking for that feedback, or if you know of resources or connections for them. That was what started the 1MC, was a platform for entrepreneurs to get the support that they needed to continue on their journey. So think about that when Adam presents and the questions that maybe you feel Adam needs, or ideas or resources for him. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Adam Holtey from Rogue Produce. Take it away. Yay! Trev, you want to use this one? Give you that one. So I don't mix up our microphones. All right, take it away.
Good morning. So let's have that question out there again. How's everybody doing today? Good? Are you happy that we're going to the moon? Did anyone know that? Raise your hand. We got the moon launch. Yes! I have to leave to get ready here pretty soon for that, but no, just kidding. But I'm back after 6 months, and I'm super excited because it's perfect timing because I have a new service within Rogue Produce, and that's the company that I've been operating now for about 15 years. And it has been most recently an online farmers market. So we work with farmers all around Southern Oregon, and we put their products up on our list, and you order from it a la carte. And right now we're doing an every other week delivery on Fridays. So we deliver either to your house or we deliver to a drop site near your location. But this year we're switching it up a little bit. So I want to just go through, some of this is from my previous slideshow, but I just wanted to present more details about what we actually do and why this might suit you as a customer or a supporting farmer or grower or a baker or a rancher. So, is this you? Do you love buying fresh and healthy local produce? Yes? All right. Do you want to support local growers? All right. Do you want to support local businesses? Yes. And do you like building community? That's what I really appreciate about this function. Because it's the first session I went to, I was amazed at how 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 people actually signed up. So if you're thinking about joining any kind of business group or entrepreneurial group, I'd highly recommend this one. I've been to some chamber meetings recently, and this one by far and away has the most vitality and support. So I was thinking it's free. I'm like, when are you gonna ask me to join and pay a membership or something? But maybe that'll come later. So what are your options if you want to do all those things, like buy local food and support local growers? You could visit the farm, right? But obviously that's a pain in the butt. How often do you go to a farm? Raise your hand if you go to a farm once a week. Okay. Go to the farmer's market. So you can go, raise your hand if you go to a farmer's market. Raise your hand if you go once a week. All right, so see, it's kind of tough to get there every day. And even if you do, our site has way more products than you could even get there. And a lot of producers don't actually go to one or more or all of the farmers markets. So we work with a lot of farms and producers that you wouldn't see at a farmer's market. Or you could go to the grocery store. We all know the ups and downs of that. It's still a place you have to go. They don't really stock all kinds of local stuff necessarily. And you'd have to go to all the bakeries and the creameries and all that to get all this stuff, especially the local stuff. So everything on our list is local, as long as it's available locally. We also sell like organic avocados and organic bananas, which we get through an organic distributor, of course, because there's no one growing bananas or avocados. So we do that for you. We go around town, we go to bakeries. We obviously don't go to every bakery, but we have the bakeries we like to work with that we feel like are the best quality and the most nutritious ingredients. And we work with a lot of farms, and you can see a list of all the vendors that we work with on our website. But we've got something new and wonderful to announce today. So I was explaining how currently we're an online farmers market, so you order a la carte, and you put the items in your cart, but you have to go online every week and order. But what we originally started with was just you get a bag of produce, and you don't get to decide what's in it. It's just what we've seen is the best of what's local, and we're going to put that together for you, and it'll be a surprise. But when we started that way, everyone was wanting to customize it. So it eventually morphed into the market, and now we're like, we need to go back to that. So we're going to do both, because a lot of people just like to sign up for a whole season and get a share every week or every other week. So that's what the CSA is. Raise your hand if you know what community-supported agriculture is. So that model is what I'm describing here is we look at all usually it was like one farm or maybe a collection of farms that would do a CSA. And they would work together to put a box together, either a full share or a half share, maybe $30 to $50 worth of produce. And so you'd get the fresh local stuff automatically in a box. You'd usually have to go pick it up at a drop site. But it's a great way to support farmers directly and also kind of get a surprise contents to, exercise your culinary skills with. So we're going back to that so that it's automatic, because like I said, some people tire of getting on the site every week and ordering. They just want this box to come every week. And in our position, we're really excited because we work with so many farms. We can get berries from Pennington Farm and peaches from Rolling Hills Orchard and spinach from Wandering Roots, and just get the best of what's available every week, and you get that. So we're really excited to do this. There's another picture of it. So here's kind of more specifics about it. So during the CSA, it's going to be 100% local from multiple farms. You get to choose either a half share, which is a minimum of $30 in produce, or a full share, which is $50 of produce. And then you get to select whether you want a weekly delivery or an every other week delivery. You can sign up for the full season, and you get 10% off. So we're actually a unique system too, because you can, if for the CSA shares, you can pay as you go. So there's like, if you're doing a half share, it's $30 a week, and we'll just bill you $30 a week, and you get the box automatically. Or you can save 10% and get the whole season. Whoops. And then as a participant, you may also place orders at the online market. So during the CSA season, you can supplement the surprise box with whatever you want to order a la carte from the market, and they'll get delivered. So then there is a membership if you want direct home delivery. It's $12 a month, and that gives you free delivery anytime you order, and that'll go directly to your home. In Grants Pass, we only have a drop site. We're not doing direct delivery, so you don't have to pay a membership fee. You just pick up at the drop site, which we've got a new location for our drop site, and Kim will let me know if I can announce it. I can. So it's at the Caveman Plaza at, what's it called again? The Launch Pad. So we're going to get the details on our website up there, but it's going to be super convenient because you got a whole parking lot. You can go park and walk in there and pick up your CSA share. That's going to start at the end of June, either every Friday or every other Friday. So it's just an awesome way to support local food and build community. The other thing is, today, it actually turned out, is the last day of our deadline to get a promotion where if you sign up for any CSA option, you get a $30 credit, which you can spend at the market for custom orders. So today's the last day. Yes, sign up. And there's a QR code on those brochures on your table where you can go right there. And that brings me to our new asks, which has already been satisfied. The first one, because we were dropping orders at the Mystic Valley Farm and Tea Shop, and it was just really inconvenient having to park on the road and then lug out produce box after produce box and bring it in there. It was really hard to find parking. We'd have to park a couple blocks away sometimes. So that's going to be, we found it. So thank you. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, 1MC. And the other asks, we hope that you can sign up for the CSA. And as I mentioned, if you do it today, you get that $30 credit. And we also need an employee. So there's Claudia back there. Give a hand for Claudia. She and her husband, Pete, Pete, the bearded baker, makes an amazing cheesecake. And we had him on our site for a while because he would drive down to Fry Family Farm where we bundle all of our produce together, and he'd bring the cheesecakes because we had the cheesecakes listed and people would order them. And then he'd come down, help us bundle, and then he'd drive back to Grants Pass and bring the orders to the drop site. And then he totally betrayed me. And so I don't talk to Pete anymore.
Yeah.
But no, Pete's awesome, and his cheesecake is amazing. But I need someone else to do that, and that we pay a good wage, and it's maybe 6 hours of work on a Friday. And if you want to sell a product, you could do like Peter's arrangement where he listed the cheesecake, he drove the product down, so it was like he was dropping off, then working, and then coming back here. So it was really efficient. So if anyone's interested in working, let me know, and that would be awesome. So those are my only 2 asks now. And more than that, I just want to say thank you, and I encourage anybody else. I've talked to a couple of people today who are, this is just a great group to support. Oh, and I did hear from Dan. Where's Dan? Oh, he left. But Dan already signed up, I think. So
I think he was first last time.
he was. That's right. Oh, he's gone. Well, anyway, so I think I'll open it up for questions.
Thank you so much. And I will say, doing it, they're a well-oiled machine. You get there, you help pack, you learn all about whatever mushrooms out there and whatever kind of potato. So your knowledge of vegetables when you're all done with it is extensive. So I thought I was very learned in that experience, and it's not so much. So, all right, we'll open for questions.
I saw that hand go up first.
So if you have a family of 4, would you recommend a half share or a whole share?
I would definitely say a full share, because it's going to be like the full share is $50 a week or every other week, and that's going to have $50 of produce in there. So it's like 12, 14 items, but we put in a nice variety, so it's not like you're going to get 4 spaghetti squash or something like that. It's like you get an herb or 2, like a cilantro and a basil. You get 3 or 4 apples or 3 or 4 oranges or both of those, some berries, then a head of lettuce, some spinach, some carrots. So it's a whole bunch of stuff that you'd be able to use and shift around different meals.
Hi, Rich with Rogue Media Solutions. I
Hey.
wanted to ask you about expanding into providing your produce to restaurants that are open to taking that. And do you already have an avenue for that working? And do you picture a system to make it easy like it has been for your customers that you already have with the CSA?
I did sell to restaurants for a while, and it just didn't work for us. But now we're in the position where I just want to make the connection between restaurants and growers. I talked with one new grower, Emily, or not a new grower, but a new resident that grows. And she's connected with a local restaurant, and I'd like to facilitate those connections because it really works best when it's business owner to farmer directly, because then there's a lot more communication between what they want grown and what they need, and also the price is better for the restaurant. So
Perfect, thanks.
yeah.
My question is, what kind of software are you using? And if you don't have that dialed in, I might have a suggestion for you.
Okay. WordPress is the platform.
I most definitely have a suggestion. Local Line allows you to update your inventory, and people can literally put that inventory into their cart, so it'll track all the inventory for you, and it simplifies absolutely everything.
Cool. So you're saying like the vendor, the farmer would put their inventory in?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah, we can talk afterward. Cool.
When you say $30 worth of food, is that organic prices compared to Safeway or Fred Meyer?
It's going
How
to
do-
be
how do you
comparative to like the
price?
co-op. It's pretty much comparable to a
I'm not-
store like that.
I don't shop at a co-op, so I don't
Okay.
know. Is it higher or lower than Fred Meyer?
It's going to be, for the organic, it's going to be competitive. So it might be, some items might be higher, some items might be lower.
In the range, though.
Yes.
All right.
Like the farmer's market.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pretty much close to what, when you do it, it's pretty close to the farmer's market. Like if you're walking down on carrots, it's pretty close to the same as that.
Yeah, it's just like any other store, basically. You know, it's like we have some items on sale, some items for whatever reason we can price super low, some items we just decide to price high. So it's all, who knows, but it's competitive is basically how I like to explain it.
You just said something that sparked a question. So I'm one of those weirdos that thinks cilantro tastes like stink bugs or soap.
Yep.
Actually, you guys are all the mutants. So I'm the normal one according to my DNA. But
Okay.
anyway, what if you don't like or what if you hate? Is there a checkbox like don't?
Yep. That's always something we can do. Like I have had one person who said, I don't want cilantro, and we can just make a special note on your account. I know it was cilantro, so another non-mutant has already signed up. But we can just put a note in her account and say, you know, no cilantro, and we'll substitute it with something. Yeah.
Any more questions? Oh, well, that's the end. Thanks for the ding dong. No.
This isn't a question, but I have been interested in getting more involved with the Launchpad, and I'm interested in the position that you talked about.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, let's talk after that, after this. Awesome. Thanks a lot, you guys. Oh.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Adam, you actually don't get an orange mug today because you've already got an orange mug. I do have something at the back that I have for you. You get the next level, which is a fantastic little notebook and pen. It's amazing. You're going to love it. Oh, no. It's way better than that. Yeah, way better than that. Anyways, Adam, thank you for doing what you're doing, and the service you're providing to the community is awesome. It's an uphill battle you've been fighting for 15 years, but we appreciate that you keep fighting that, and also the difference between the last time you were here and this time, as far as what's happening tangibly here in this area. That's exciting to me. So that's really great. Yeah, big hand for Adam. And a big hand for yourselves. You guys look around this room. I mean, my goodness, this is awesome. Great turnout today. Yes, so we have a couple of extra minutes today. So what I was going to invite you to do is not just get up and beeline out of here. Maybe refill your coffee if there is any left. Although we're pretty close to 1 million cups at this point, I think. We're getting there. We're at least a few thousand. But I would invite you to hang out and get to know each other, because sometimes, often we run right up to the time limit, and then people are like, I gotta go, I only plan to be here till 10:30. So we have a couple extra minutes today. This is a great opportunity to stick around, to meet someone you haven't met yet, or if there was somebody who spoke at one point and you thought that something they said was interesting, just go introduce yourself. And if there's someone in this room who, raise your hand if you have not presented yet, but you are considering presenting. Go give these people a little helpful nudge to get themselves signed up. Of those people, how many are signed up to present? Awesome. We do have a handful of people. We've got 3 in the room coming up. So very, very cool. So I would invite everyone to, again, if you're somebody who has a company or a product, if you're an entrepreneur, we'd love to hear from you. So if you're in the room just kind of feeling it out, seeing what it's like, it's pretty simple and straightforward. And really, here's the thing, the message that I like to share with everybody. 1MC is about coming up here and sharing your entrepreneurial journey. So we want to hear about who you are, why you made this crazy decision to do this crazy thing that you're doing. And then we also, about your business, it's, yes, we need to know what the business is and have some context around what it is that you do. But what is more important in this space is us to hear the journey of that business being built and created, and what's been hard, what's been maybe easy for you, and the stumbling blocks, those types of things. That makes sense? So we really want to hear the story of the people and the journey of the business, as opposed to deeply the embedded facts about what the service is and what the product is and pitching the product and things like that. I will promise you this: if you are good at telling the story, everyone's going to want to hear the rest. That's how this works, right? And so, again, I put that out there to any of those who are presenting in the future. It makes it a lot easier, too, because then you're not stressed about, am I pitching right? No, you just get to tell a story. Just say what has happened, what your journey's been like, what the business's journey's been like. That's something that, intimately well. And you can't get that wrong, I promise. So, does that make sense? Awesome, cool. I thank you all. Thanks for taking this moment out of your Wednesday and coming and hanging out with us. So we will see you all next week, 9:30 to 10:30 right here. Kim, who do we have next week? I'm putting you on the spot. You got this. Super fast. Oh, right, yeah. Awesome. I appreciate that. That's a great share. Adam said something really awesome too, which is, out of all the places, all the areas around here, that this is a very vibrant community. This is a space where you can find support, where actually we take action on some of the things that we talk about here and try to make new things happen and make new connections happen. And that's special. And we have that here. We've been building that as a community, as a group. And so that's amazing. Who do we have?
We have Rogue Valley, CNC, and someone else who is in the room. Daniel.
Oh.
With Main Street.
Rogue Valley CNC and Main Street Grants Pass with the new executive director. So fantastic. We have a strong lineup next week. So we'll see you all then. Hang out, spend at least 5-10 minutes hanging out and getting to know some people and slapping some high fives. Finish that coffee if there's any left, and we'll see you next week.